Hey, greetings, family. This is King Simon reporting back again for King Simon Presents. Still in Georgia, having a good time. Sun is out today. It ain't no overcast. I'm loving it. Might go see the movie Glass. Got to study these movies, man, because as much as it is science fiction, just remember the science is in there, then it's fictitious. The exaggeration around the movie and the hero and the heroine, that's the fictitious stuff. But the science is real, family. The science is real. Baba Phil Valentine has told us that. Baba Brother KT, the Arch Degree, has told us that. And many other people that have decoded it either from a religious standpoint or just a metaphysical standpoint. But we're going to deal with universal numbers, universal years, months, and days, and how they influence us in this universe, especially because we're resonating. Everyone is basically resonating with the 2019 energy. But I'm going to be coming out of this book briefly. And this book is called Helping Yourself with Numerology, written in 1972 by Helyn Hitchcock. Now, Helyn Hitchcock may be related to Alfred Hitchcock, who definitely was an occultist if you study his movies. He was like one of the masters of horror films and horror flicks back in the day. 1972, let's read the numbers on that. So 19, 1 plus 9 is 10, 10 plus 7 is 17, 18, 19, and it adds up to the number 19 itself, which deals with new beginnings, alpha and omega energy, seeing things to completion, and also being very creative and staying on top of your creative abilities. But it's also a number of ambition, new beginnings, new people, new things. And she came out in this year with this book. So if you want to put this in your collection, helping yourself with numerology, if you're studying to be a numerologist or just want to know the science, please get this book. It's very good for your library or your collections. Now, this is from chapter 14 of her book, and I'm going to read. You as well as everybody and everything in the entire universe move in a definite cycle. But you have your own rate of vibration. At the end of 12 months, a new year or universal cycle begins, and each year has a different influence depending on one of the 9 digits to which it reduces. This number indicates the type of event or activity you can look for to be launching. Now, universal years cycle belongs to everyone alike, while personal cycle applies to you as an individual. Let's deal with that. Universal years are found, or universal year is when you take the number of the year itself, wherever you are, whatever you may be studying. A lot of people might be studying the Ethiopian, the Jewish New Year, might be studying China or Japan or whatever, wherever you are dealing with different cultures, that number or that year resonates with you. So because I am here on the Western Hemisphere, and basically the whole world is vibrating on it at a certain extent, but certain people still uphold and keep to their culture. But because we are vibrating on the 2019 energy on the Western Hemisphere, so 2019 is the universal year, and it affects what's happening universally, both high, low, and destructive, or both positive, negative, and destructive. So being that we're in 2019, a lot of people, you might find that people that are studying like Indian Vedic numerology, or some people might call it Nubian numerology. Some people just take the 19 compound number and deal with that. But because 2 and 0 is added, I really feel that we need to still recognize the 2-0, although we've been into the 2-0 or the 2000 dynamic since the year 2000 in this hemisphere. So 2-0 should still be used because it still adds a vibration to the universal number frequency. So 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12. Now let's deal with each one individually. The number 2 usually represents balance, companionship, union, and love or intuitive frequency. The 0 is a number that is a circle, but it could either go one way or another. So it could be either extremely high or extremely low. And it's a very old energy, and it's also known as one of the old soul energies because zero goes way back and everything comes out of zero. Also, it enhances the numbers that it is connected to or it follows, whether it's the 10, the 20, and the 30. That's why most of the time I like to tell people that 10, 20, 30, all those numbers are considered master numbers to certain numerologists who understand because zero adds high potential to any number because it deals with high energy, high frequency, whether going towards the negative or the positive of the number. So if you're born on the 10th and you find yourself as a leader, but an extreme leader, to the sense of being extreme in what you do and how you do things under following the one frequency, then that's the tens, that's the zeros effect to that. If you find yourself being born on the 20th of the month and you find yourself even more deeply emotional, more deep into your companionship where you're going through ups and downs through relationships most of the time, being born on the 20, that zero add more extremities, whether it be positive or negative. So a person born, because 2 is one of those loving companionship numbers, you find that people born under the 20 might show more exceptional love to that person and give of themselves even more than the regular 2 itself. They're more similar like the number 11 or the number 29 because anytime you have the doubling of the number, that adds potential also. That's what heightens the potential and helps to guide people. So people born on the 30th might be the talkative ones, the ones that can run their mouth on and be highly reckless or very structured and disciplined with their communication because 3 is that communicative number. Important that when I see people born on the 30th of any month, I always tell them, look, you can express yourself, but once that zeros add, the expression even enhances to a 10th power because zero adds those extremities. Zero adds a power. Let me read something out of this book about the zero because she also gives a good saying about the number zero in this book. Let me make sure I can find it. Boom. Yeah, I read this book. One of my own. He says, okay, the meaning of the challenge set on the chapter of numbers. If you have a final chapter, no, let's go towards the beginning where she explains zero better. I do like to make sure that we all have a clear understanding of the number. If not, I will still say, but what she says with the general meaning of the zero is this potential, the potential of all numbers, and it can be all or nothing. That's just the basic that she gives of the zero. The potential of all numbers, and it could be all or nothing. Now, when she breaks down the zero on an individual sense, let's go in to find that. Because zero, all numbers come out of zero. Be very aware of that. Okay, here it is. It says numbers are like relatives and friends. Some are harmonious with you and others will clash. She says zero is called the messenger of the 9 digits. While 0 or naught or the cipher is actually not a number, quote unquote, since it does not designate a quality, it is the beginning or forerunner of the digits. The symbol 0 signifies the eternal, the universe, and the potential growth from which all of the 9 digits evolve. Symbols are still widely used in exact sciences to convey ideals. Since neither you nor anyone can identify himself as a number 0, I have not gone into detail to describe its characteristics in the general meaning of numbers. It is simply a messenger of the nine digits from one. So what she's saying here is the number 0 or the 0 itself, the symbol or the sigil 0 is the messenger from all of them. So, and like I said, it is the high potential or the low potential, depending on the individual, because you are over all of this at the end of the day, but learn to use this as guidance. So if zero pops up in your chart in certain readings with certain people, then I will tell you that there is that potential of the all numbers coming out of it. Because of all numbers coming out of it, it's the high potential of all the numbers. So it makes you a master number if you're born on the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th, because it deals with a high potential of all the numbers, and it's all or nothing with the number zero. So please understand that. So let me run down the different universal years, and like she says in her book, page 134, 14, it says, universal years, you must follow the calendar year from January to January in figuring the universal years, days, months. To find the universal vibration for any year, you add the digits, the single digits of the prevailing year together and reduce these to the final digits. For example, the vibration of 1972, like I did speak about earlier, is 1, because 1972 reduces to the 1. 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2 equals 19. And 1 plus 9 equals 10, and then 1 plus 0 equals 1. So she reduces it all down, where many of you that have probably either taken my class or have heard me on YouTube at King Simon Presents or with other interviews that I've done, the compound number is also important. And because 1972 adds up to 19 first, you will take into consideration that compound number because it has a meaning. And then 1 plus 9 equals 10. Then you take in consideration that compound number. Compound numbers mean the doubling of the number after 9, like 10, 11, 12, 13. Those are what we call compound numbers. The triple numbers are called angel numbers. So when you're dealing with those type of numbers and understanding those numbers, you take those, once those compound numbers come up, you take those numbers in consideration because they all have an individual meaning before it gets to the single digit, or what one of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn, would say, the phatic symbol. The phatic method of reading numbers is when you break it all down to the single digits. But compound numbers is so important because 19 might mean the sun and represents the sun in compound numerology, Chaldean numerology, tarot numerology. And the 10 represents the wheel of fortune, which in Chaldean numerology or tarot numerology, that's what it represents. So in my sessions, I like to do it from a holistic perspective. So I start to read everything. I have to read everything because my mind is geared to the all. Very much, very, very important. And that's because my life path is an 8. So that represents part of the all frequency in numerology. Okay. So 1973 would be the year 2 and so on and so forth. So the tables of universal years and vibrations and their meanings is what she's going to give you now. Now, because we are in a 2019 energy, it would be a vibration of a number 3. But let's start from the vibration of a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. We're going to break down each vibration real briefly because I have to get ready to get out of here. All right. So vibration number 1. When a year adds up to a number 1 year, let's say 1900, 1 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0, or 1972, like she said, that year the resonant energy and vibration of that year would be a year of new events or achievements, especially in engineering, aviation, or inventions. There will be much creativity and activity. A pioneering spirit and a progressive plan will be much in evidence. A change is indicated. So that number 1 represents the change, the new beginnings, the new this, the new that, new inventions, all types of new things happening in a vibration of a number 1 year. The vibration of a number 2 year, a year of peace and tranquility, Group work will be predominant. This is a year when tact and diplomacy are required. Agreements will be signed and many statistics collected. Governmental work and politics will be in the forefront. That is the vibration of a 2 year. The vibration of a 3 year, like the year that we're in now, a year when social life is uppermost in the minds of most individuals. There will be expansion in theater and places of entertainment. A restlessness and recklessness will be noticeable. There will be a tendency for you or people to be scattered or scatter their talents. Like I like to tell people before I move on, every number has a duality or a triality, but duality in the sense that positive and negative. If you maintain the negative route, then it becomes destructive. Simple as that. It's nothing, no rocket science to say, because you got to be able to explain this to even children. And I explained this to my own children, my own grandsons. I explained this. I had explained something to my grandchild about the spirit and the soul and understanding that that is much more older than his physical body. But now that we're going into let's see, the 4 vibration, which would be 2020, will be the 4 vibration because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 4. Or if you remove the 2 zeros, it'll be the year 22, master number, the year 22. Then with those zeros, add extremities. So a lot of extreme things will happen in 2020. Not just the new presidency, but all kinds of changes is going to happen because 4 rules that type of stuff. All right. Weird, unusual, secret haters coming from out of the woodworks. But the 4 vibration, a year to settle down, to work hard or for hard work. Thrift and economy must be practiced after living high last year. Building a good fortune is necessary. Jobs will be scarce, but progress will be made in manufacturing and education in 2020. Manufacturing and education is going to be a strong vibration for us in 2020. So it's about manufacturing, doing your own business, educating yourself about doing these and taking it to the next level with yourself. And the number 4 year, which is 2020. Now 2021 will be a 5 year. Excuse me. A year of expansion, new interest, curiosity, change, versatility, and activity. Interest may lean towards metaphysics because it's an expansion year also. Psychology or the occult sciences. A rejuvenation will be felt with better working conditions than in a 4-year period. Numerology and astrology will flourish. Yes, the metaphysical arts or metaphysics will flourish in a number 5 year because that 5 vibration starts the beginning of the crossroads, especially of the metaphysics, and those things start happening. Now, the vibration of the number 6 will be an increase in marriages will take place, a year which is devoted to love and interest in the home and family circle. An advance in education and health conditions will be noticeable. Many clubhouses, schools, and new homes will be built. That is the year. The 6-year vibration is the year of balance, truth, justice, reciprocity, and of course, not just with other people, not just on a worldly level, but within yourself, learning to find the balance within yourself, the yin and the yang within yourself. That's the 6-year vibration. The 7-year vibration is the vibration of perfection and analysis instead of expansion. It usually is a good financial year, especially for those engaged in agriculture, mining pursuits. A spiritual wave will be felt and many will meditate and turn inwards for solace. So that 7-year vibration is going to bring that inwardly thought. 2023 will be that year. 2023, because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. So that will be that 7 year of looking inward even more. Even if in your 7th personal year, personal month, that's also what that's for. That's also one of your crossroad years. A year, the vibration of the number 8 is a year of big business, expansion, progress, prosperity. Engineering projects should boom. Relationships with foreign countries should be profitable. Thinking should be done on a large scale because 8 is the money and power number, but it's also the old soul influences because 8 is really two zeros on top of each other, build or destroy, either one going one way, one going the other way. It may look like the infinity sign going vertically, but horizontally, vertically, pardon me, but it's actually two circles on top of each other. The infinity sign is interlocking. The 8 is really two circles on top, but that deals with money, power, but also deals with getting clear counsel from elders or people that are doing the business and studying the business from a spiritual and a physical perspective, balancing it off. That's what it's all about. The number 9 vibration, the vibration of love for mankind, in which selfless service should be paramount. This is an excellent year to give your business a general house cleaning and finish up odds and ends. You must learn to let go of old and cultivate tolerance, understanding, and love in a number 9 year. But like I said, duality has all these numbers. 9 is also the number of war, militancy, police, fire, gun use, and all that kind of stuff. But it's always about really staying on the resonant energy of the universal love and staying on a higher level, because 9 is the highest number out of the number chart. That means it sees things on a higher level other than what other people might be seeing. So I tell people born under the ninth year, or born on the 9th day of the 27th day of the month, or the 18th day of the month, they always have to curb their temper and learn to be more tolerant and learn how to stay and rise above all of that foolishness that might come at them to try to trigger them to become crazy or whatever's going on. So 9, you got to protect yourself. But in a 9 year, that's where the influence is. Dealing with the master number 11 year. Now, a master number 11 year governed by idealism, inspiration, religious interest will boom, and people will be interested in the occultism, spiritualism, and evangelism. Revival meetings will be crowded. Psychology will be a major subject of discussion, and this is a good year for promotional affairs, although business may not be paramount in the minds of the individual. That is the number 11 year. That's the visionary year. That's the year that you write down things and write down ideas and try to put them to work as fast as they possible. Whatever downloads come in the master number 11 year, work those downloads and use them for your benefit. Also, the last but not least, the vibration of the number 22, another master number year, but this has a worldly impetus. It will be both idealistic and materialistic. This year brings greatness in business, expansion, and a strong humanitarian force. There will be an aim towards world betterment rather than just community progress. The year, like the year 1995, reduces to a 22, and it should have far-reaching effects in material and spiritual affairs. So that master number 22, when it does come into effect, that's what it's all about. It's also the master builder number. It's also the master intuitive number. It's also a master structural number that we need to understand. So that is just what I gave y'all in the basic as far as universal years. We're probably going to universal months and days later on, but I just wanted to give you that piece. And please feel free to join me on Instagram. That's King Simon Production on Instagram, King Simon Prod on Twitter, King Simon Presents on YouTube. Subscribe and click on that bell so you can get my different things that's coming up. Also, if you want to find out about my classes and events, please go to kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. That's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. Remember, I'm on Facebook at King Simon. If that's filled up, go to MC Simon on Facebook or go to my public page, which is King Simon Productions. Also, I have an app on the App Village. Look for me on App Village. That's King Simon Productions on App Village, where I'll be giving out deals and sales and all that kind of stuff. And remember, if you want a consultation from me, Numerology consultation or business, relationship, all that, compatibility consultation, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Compatibility relationships are different than single relationships, and you can record them. I do not write out anything. Record, Get it recorded, and then you can take notes for yourself and then go and research for yourself. If you take my class, I always implore that my students or my participants, because I'm always a student and you're always a student and teacher, student, teacher, take it, learn, keep on studying, become proficient for it for your family. If you're going to do what I do, beautiful. There's enough to go around for everybody. Thank you very much, family. I'm getting ready to head on out of here with my family in Georgia and probably go see the movie Glass. I seen Replica. Replica is a very interesting movie about cloning, so that's a good movie to check out. But pay attention to the science. Real good. Always, when you watch movies, pay attention to the science, because this is 2013 and these 2019, and this is a good year. It's a number 3 year, so it's good for entertainment, but education, expansion of the mind, exposure of your talent, and also expressing of your. So writing and journaling is going to be is a good year to do a lot of that this year. And contact me, hit me up, and tell me how you're progressing. I want to see people's progression when they study numbers, because numerology is just for guidance. It's not for you to worship. It's just to guide you to you be your highest, so you can elevate to be the magi or the superior wise one that you're supposed to be in going into the next realm. Love you, respect you. King Simon's out here, and I got to make some moves. Love you, and stay tuned. Peace. King is out.